Homebrew Wednesday, well not quite, it's now Thursday, and by the sounds of it, the big storm that's been hitting the south of England earlier today is rolling in because it was a big clap of thunder. But yes, I'm back. All my pre-recorded Homebrew Wednesdays have been and gone, and now I'm back behind again, hence it being Thursday and not the weekend ready for a Wednesday or whatever. But you know me, I haven't been idle. You can see this. I've done it again. More stainless. I'm shameless, yes. I have acquired another larger cooker hood extractor. Another eBay bargain. £1.4p. And he only lived a couple of miles away, so easy little steal that one was. Only had one bit. I've also had me silicone hose turn up. These were a couple of samples that I've been waiting on quite some time, and ironically ordered from China and ended up being posted from the UK. But I ordered this one, which is a bit on the large side. Well, it's not, but I'll get a coupling, as I want to go straight on to the fitting with the hose rather than spend more money on hose barbs. And it does go on and would clamp up, but this is quite a large hose. Would work out well a hell of a lot cheaper than it is in the UK, but it is a bit big, you know, and unwieldy for having 5 meters of it connected between kegs and pumps. So I've gone for the 19mm. I've ordered 5 meters of this, which again pushes on more tightly to the fitting. Just have to get some stainless steel Jubilee clips to go around there. It also fits on the hose barb, so it'll be okay for the recirc connection. And I have managed to get my copper pipe and the fittings. So we'll have that there attached. Obviously this will be turned into a smaller compact coil. They go inside the keg, and these will come out through the side walls with 1/2 inch connectors, which again I've got to source those bits yet. But yes, a bit closer there. Another question I was going to ask you guys who have already built a Herms system or have something similar. As you know, I have a 100 litre keg and 2 50 litre kegs. 100 litre one I was planning on using for the HLT. My only thoughts are obviously it's twice the volume of the other pots. So it's going to take a lot more energy to heat the water up, because there's going to be more water in there than I really need to use for sparging, and obviously to cover the coil to make the recirc effective. Am I wasting my time using a 100 litre keg? I've got plenty of 50s, so I could just have, you know, 3 vessels all the same size, which I'm thinking which was the original idea anyway. It was just that I could have enough water on the go immediately to do a second brew, which is unlikely. I don't get much time to do a first brew, let alone a second brew, but it was there if I needed it, sort of thing. But I'm now thinking, you know, it's going to take longer to heat up. I'm using more energy to heat that amount of water that I don't need, only purely to cover the coil, and obviously use it for underletting and then the sparge. And you're going to have to keep topping that whole lot up and then reheating that, so it's going to take longer. So I'm now thinking of passing off on the 100 litre one and going back to a 50 litre one, which obviously is going to save me 30-40 litres of water that I don't need. Because obviously I can use that in the same method everyone else does with the same size pots. I know some people have bigger pots, but I don't really intend on doing huge volumes of brews, so you know the capacity isn't needed for me. I did sort of think, you know, 100 litre HLT. I've got a 70 litre boil pot. I could basically step the system up by doing that, but I really can't see the need for me to, you know, do double brew sizes, huge batches like that. There's only really me going to be drinking a keg's worth of beer. So I'm thinking of going back to 3 50 litre kegs, purely on that basis of heating that amount of water that's not going to get used. And obviously it'll save a little bit of money in terms of electric. But yeah, that's it. So the big keg may become a kegacue down the middle. But, yeah, pondering thoughts that is really. But I've also finally had chance to build an STC 1000. Well, not the STC 1000 of course, but the box and the chamber with the heater all rigged up in the little fridge, which I'll show you now. Well, I won't show you inside the fridge because you know what the inside of the fridge looks like, but basically we've got the little temperature probe going off into the door. What I done was used one of these boxes. I found an old one, I did buy a new one, but I've got two controllers, so I've got a box and a controller to make a second unit. So I used this old one, basically just cut a slot in the back there with some cable ties as cord grips so the cables can't get pulled out. Inside is a connector block, and then the wiring goes off into the STC 1000. And all I've done is just used a colour coordinated connector. So we've got a white one for cold, which feeds the fridge. That's on a shorter lead because obviously your fridge already has a mains lead. And there's a longer one goes off there. I couldn't find a red one, so I used an orange connector. So that connects to the heater. And inside is the same setup as everyone else has got, a little tube heater with a temperature probe, and then obviously you just set your STC up to the temperature range you want to work it. I've had this down to about, I'm not sure how accurate the thermometer reading is at the minute, because it's been saying about 1/2 degree and my other probe's been saying 2.5–3 degrees, so there could be a little bit off on the mark, but I haven't calibrated it or anything yet. I think there is on setting 4 that you can change the accuracy. I haven't read all the instructions yet, but I've played with it, it works, so I'm happy about that, because it does mean obviously I can control the fermentation temperatures now, rather than invariably I brew in the winter, we run out of heating oil and my brews go too cold, or I use artificial heat without temperature control and then they get too hot, and well, we've all been there, I guess. Well, we're back from that bit. Excuse the noise if there is a lot of background noise, it's the rain on the tin roof. Disadvantage of a tin building is the noise. Hopefully the rumble is a plane. Signage wise, I managed to get some beer related signs. I have a couple of them in the house, so I'll have to show them in another one. But we bought this giant chrome cap. I need a big fucking bottle opener for them. As you can see, it's for the bar, the old pub. Now we've got ale, stout, lambic, pilsner, draft, bitter, rausch and porter, so that's going to be hung up somewhere in the bar area. That's a rumble of thunder. And we have a couple of other little, I think there's a Stone IPA one and a Frankenzahler German Pils, or wheat beer actually. Got a little few goodies to embellish the brew and enjoying the brew area when I get around to them as well. So we're still waiting for the ball valves. The guy did finally actually answer a message that I left 6 weeks ago. Nice to see he's on the ball, saying please be patient. I waited 20 fucking days for him to post the thing. Now we're getting to a month for it to turn up from China to here. Hopefully it didn't blow up in that container port. No, my luck. It's in the middle of the Indian Ocean now. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me this week. got a few more beers from work, so there'll be a few more Belgian beer reviews coming up in the forthcoming weeks. I've gone and got the Brasserie d'Achouf beers and a few more unusual Belgian beers that you probably won't find in your local supermarket or bottle shop, to try and keep it a little bit interesting. Anyway, cheers, see you on the next one.